What up, good people, and welcome to another episode of Keep It Thorough, where we give you the real behind business health, money, and self development, and introduce engaging concepts to help you elevate your performance in all areas of life. I'm your host, Cedric Lavelle, joined by my brother and counterpart, Mr. E Double.
Yes, sir. It's your boy E Double, and we back at y'all after a few week break. Had a lot going on, but we back at y'all season 3, episode 123, and the title of this episode is the financial benefits of collaboration, why partnerships power profitability. So a good business episode on deck for y'all. And as always, be sure to check out the kit that corresponds to this episode on keepitthorough.com/kits. And we greatly appreciate everybody who taps in as always. And without further ado, let's go ahead and kick this thing off, Sid.
Absolutely, man. Let's get into it. So let's just start with this. In the in the business world, partnerships are what bring about profitability. When you have your resources, when you have expertise, when you have your network, you can combine and collaborate with another passionate entrepreneur or business, and the possibilities of that collaboration can be endless. With everything that you do, your strengths, um, your circle of influence, your ideas, your innovation, all of those things are what allow the magic of collaboration to happen. And when finding partners or a partner to pursue an opportunity, it's a strategic move. It's something that you do because you believe that doing something together is better than doing it alone. And what that does is it allows you to turn your investment of time, energy, and thoughts into potentially substantial income and opportunities, right? And truthfully, I believe that if you want to take your business to the next level and you want to be able to be a market leader and make more money, collaboration is the pathway to financial success. When you're able to um, give up the idea of having to own it all or have it all and be willing to collaborate with others and partner with others, whatever dream, whatever goal, whatever aspiration that you have for a business or even from a monetary perspective, collaborating can get you to that point.
Yeah, absolutely. So when we talk about like collaboration, right? We're really talking about like the influence of strategic partnership and how um, I guess how influential that could be, um, how that can go a very long way in reaching new heights as a business and kind of leveraging the combined strengths between the two companies, right? So when looking for a strategic partnership, it's very important to find a business that kind of complements your strengths, and then where you may be able to, complement them, right? In
Mm-hmm.
an area that they may not be as versed in. So, when two companies team up, they have the opportunity to bring unique strengths to the table that, if done correctly, can perfectly complement each other, right? So this can lead to, either cool new products or solutions that neither of them could have created alone. So, imagine a tech startup with, great software, but no market reach. So if they were to work with a marketing company or a distribution company that has great distribution channels, then they'd be able to reach a much bigger audience. And then together they can boost sales and, really make an impact. And, by partnering and developing those strategic partnerships with the right partners, you can gain access to new markets and resources. So, partnerships open doors to new markets. Um, you know, uh, if you picture a local business teaming up with like an international firm, where that local business may be, a household name in said city, and do a very good job, but don't necessarily have the reach. But by teaming up with the international firm, they're able to, get their products out not only to more places in the states, but now they could get international reach. And really, what can seem like overnight could become a global company, and
Right.
tapping into diverse customer bases and resources. So, strategic partnerships aren't just about boosting your revenue, but it's also about developing and enhancing your brand, and making you more competitive, right? So, sharing resources definitely means, sharing risks, and can make things more stable for both partners. So, for instance, working with a partner, if you were to tap into, new markets or something like that the two individual companies hadn't tapped into before, you can kind of share the burden a little bit and not necessarily have to foot the entire bill, from a cost perspective, resource perspective, in those types of things. So, um, the influence of a strategic partnership can be, just tremendous. It can definitely help you improve, grow, and kind of transition to those new markets.
Absolutely. And when we talk about being able to get into new markets, innovative ideas, um, just the potential opportunity and path that you can move along whenever you're willing to partner, I think that's what can potentially future proof your business from a financial standpoint. Um, it can help and improve its operational processes. It can prepare you for some of the uncertainties that you can experience as you transition. Because, again, like I was saying earlier, when you're partnering with somebody, you're not only joining in your resources or your strengths or your network, but also your ideas, what it is that you're able to bring to the table. And then it's just in addition to that, with partnerships, it also helps and influences your economies of scale. And so when businesses are able to collaborate, they can pull together their resources and buy things in bulk. So when you look at it from a financial perspective, like he was saying, instead of you just footing the whole bill, now when you have a partner, you can just buy things in bulk and you can split the difference, and then that can lead to bigger cost savings. And then it could also lead to higher profit margins. And so that's what you want when you are building a business, and when you're wanting to be profitable, when you can save on costs and then have higher profit margins. That's going to lead to that financial gain and that sustainability that you would want within your business. In addition to that, again, shared expertise. When you have a company and you're able to find someone that can complement what you do, that makes for the a happy marriage, or that makes for the best type of collaboration, because every business has its own strengths and unique knowledge. You should have your know what your strengths are and unique knowledge. But when you're able to understand that and collaborate and bring together diverse expertise and ideas, that innovation can lead to strategic problem solving and creativity. And that's what you want in a business. That's what you want to present to customers and consumers. They have to know that you have the answers. And when you have the answers and you're able to creatively show them, and you're strategic with your process and what you're doing, that's going to lead to sustainability. That's going to lead to more customers. That's going to lead to word of mouth, which is one of the strongest forms of marketing. Customers are going to understand that this particular company right here, they have an expertise in this area. They're able to supply all my needs because of X, Y, and Z. Not knowing that it's not just you, but it's you and your partner that's uh, coming together to meet the needs of your industry. And then the last thing is just risk mitigation, and when you're starting to run a business, obviously we know it's going to always involve some level of risk. And as E always talks about, whenever you're studied in an area or whenever you do your research and do your due diligence, that mitigates the risk. That makes the risk less likely to happen. You understand that there may be a possibility of certain things, but because you're well studied in an area, that allows you to pursue something more confidently, right? It's almost as if like your knowledge of something gives you that safety net. And so with risk mitigation, that's going to lead to the greater confidence. That's going to lead to a stronger influence. That's going to lead to you wanting to take chances, right? And when you're willing to take chances because you know that your partner has your back and that you all have a strategic plan and what you're wanting to do, and everybody falls in line and commits to their task, that's what leads to the results that you're looking for. And again, that shows the power of partnerships and collaboration.
Absolutely. So kind of moving along, right? Joint ventures can also unlock, you know, large financial opportunities. And we're
Absolutely.
all about making things tangible. So we're going to give an example. So imagine that there's two mid-sized companies. Okay, one of those companies makes eco-friendly packaging, and then the other company produces organic food. So think of a not necessarily a grocery store like Whole Foods, but one of the manufacturers that sell food that's inside of Whole Foods, right? So alone, these two companies might be struggling with competition and limited growth, but if they team up, the packaging company, can provide the sustainable containers for the organic food that the other company produces, and then making their packaging more appealing and then more eco-conscious to its customers because they are versed in that area and creating the packaging. So maximizing the cost to increase profits while also making it more appealing from a design perspective, and certain things that one of those eco-conscious customers may be interested in, right? So this type of partnership would be a win-win because the organic food company is able to attract more customers with the eco-friendly packaging, and then the packaging company obviously gets a steady client, ensuring some consistent revenue for them. So together they can expand their market reach and boost profitability. They might even be able to tap into new opportunities, like eco-friendly food festivals or sustainable product expos. But on top of that, the packaging company may get other and additional clients in the organic food market, by competitors seeing their packaging. And if it's doing well and it's successful, then that'll lead to additional contracts and additional sources of revenue for that organic or eco-friendly packaging company. So just a small example of how two companies coming together that create different pack or different products but in the same market, right? So and that's what's key, I guess, or not I guess, but that's what's key when forming those sort of collaborative partnerships, to ensure that you guys aren't one like direct competitors, right? And that you complement each other in some way. So they do something that you don't do well in an area that you may not be involved in, and then vice versa. What are you providing to them? You know, it might just be a contract, right? What you provide to them might just be business and money, which I'm sure for them that'll be more than enough. You know, but what is there has to be some sort of um, benefit by both parties to lead to a positive outcome, right? So that you guys aren't competing with each other. But there's definitely a lot of upside in joint ventures that can unlock tremendous financial opportunities.
Oh yeah, that's something that you see pretty often. You know, people who collaborate, people who go on these joint ventures. Um, I think like when you think about Warren Buffett and who was it? Was it is it Charlie Munger? Is that his name? I think it's Charlie
I
Munger.
think so. Yeah.
Um, you know, I believe Charlie Munger is deceased now, but
Yeah.
they were partners for a long time. You know, and if you know the history of Warren Buffett, he's one of the richest people in the world. You know, I'm not sure where he falls in line as far as what percent or whatnot, but I know his companies make money. You know, and the best thing that you can do, and Eric and I can attest to this, but the best thing that you can do is find you a partner that really shares the same morals, principles, work ethic, vision, um, passion, desire that you have. Because the worst thing that you can do is get into business with someone or work with someone who lacks the integrity, the accountability, the consistency, the will to work and to try and give their best. That's the worst thing that you can do, right? Because now it's you're wasting time. It's a wasted opportunity. The resources, the ideas, the um, everything. It becomes a waste. So you definitely want to make certain that you're partnering with people that you can see yourself moving forward with. So identify complementary strengths. Look at what your business needs, or what your business needs are, and find partners that have strengths that you lack. It's obvious that we may not be able to do everything, but the things that you're not skillful at, find people that can complement you in those areas. And that way you can collaboratively move forward, and you do your task and that person does theirs. The next thing is just really just establish clear goals and expectations, right? And so communication is key. If there's no communication, there's no direction that you can move in together and get there, right? You have to have communication and ensure that both parties are on the same page and are moving towards the same common objectives. Something else that you want to look for when you're wanting to identify a partner, or when you're working with a partner, rather, is to create a detailed partnership agreement. And so when you're drafting your partnership agreement, you want to cover everything: profit sharing, decision making, conflict resolution, task, all of those things. Everybody should know what they are doing. And because of that, they should be able to focus on that task with uh, um, a very strategic and streamlined focus, right? When you know what you have to do and what your commitment is, you focus on that. Y'all bring your ideas and your work to the table together, and that's how you're able to move the business forward. The next thing is just fostering open and transparent communication. And so when you are able to keep communication open and honest, that leads to a better relationship and rapport with the person that you're working with. A lot of times people get into business and start working with people, and their character is flawed. They're not aligned. The way that they do business is not aligned. The things that matter to them most as it relates to a brand reputation, brand positioning, how you want people to see you, what your business philosophy is. A lot of times people can see the dollar signs, but they don't see the detriment that they can cause to themselves if they're not doing their due diligence on the people that they're working with. So don't just hop into a situation because you see the money. Make certain that that person maintains the same level of integrity and character and are willing to have that open and transparent communication with you. That way you can continue to foster that relationship and build something that can be sustainable from now until the end. And then the next thing is just going to be monitoring and evaluating your performance, right? If everybody's doing their task, there shouldn't be no issue. So make certain that you're monitoring and evaluating performance, continuing to track the things that you're wanting your business to achieve and the certain metrics. And when you're able to do that, along with everything else that I mentioned, and finding those things with a partner, that can make for something that positions you for immediate success, but as well as long term success too.
Absolutely. So look, y'all. So in summary, it's important to remember that collaboration is more than just a strategy, and it's really a path to shared success. You guys need to be able to partner strategically in a way that benefits both parties. And then it's also important to know that by joining forces, you can turn challenges into opportunities, fostering innovation and profitability. So, it gives you more resources. It gives you more, I guess, financial power. It gives you more knowledge that each individual company has that you can kind of bring to the table. And then as you explore partnerships, right, keep in mind that the real magic of collaboration comes from the synergy of working together. So again, you don't want to get in a partnership with someone that's a competitor, right? You're not going to be able to work in synergy. You know what I mean? Like it's going to get real hot in the kitchen because, if you're stealing their customers, or they're stealing your customers, or they're stealing your ideas and product ideas, and vice versa, that's not going to be a very peaceful and productive environment, right? So when exploring those partnerships, keep in mind that you need to find organization or company or leaders that complement you and complement your business and where you see your business going in the future. And then last but not least, it's very, very important to embrace teamwork and watch your business flourish beyond your wildest dreams. So it's very important to realize that we can't do everything on our own. And obviously, that's one thing to understand as a business owner when hiring employees, right? Like you hire employees because you can't, say for instance, you own a car wash, right? You can't do everything yourself. You can't work the registers, clean the cars, buy the supplies, stock the shelves, clean the building, maintenance the machine. You can't do all that yourself, right? So you have to hire employees to help you. Well, the same can be true for, expanding into new markets. You might plateau as a business and need to work with another business to really spread your wings and venture out into new products and services and new industries or whatever the case may be. So it's very important to realize that teamwork is very, very important, and for you to embrace that concept because nobody knows it all, and you're only going to get so far by yourself. So embrace that teamwork. And with that being said, you got anything you want to add, Sid?
No, sir, I do not, man.
Well,
I'm
hey
good.
man, like I said, we took a couple weeks off because of a few things. We had Hurricane Burrow come through here. Man, a lot of people was out electricity. My man said was definitely affected, him and his fam. Um, and then, just a lot of other stuff was going on, man. A lot of traveling. Y'all know it's summertime. Just a lot of little different things going on. We needed a break. We preached the importance of mental health and recalibrating and things of that nature. So that's basically what it was, right? Well, I guess a forced calibration
Yeah, right.
when
Yeah.
it came to the storm, right? But yeah, man. With all that being said, we greatly appreciate y'all, man. I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. I like honesty. We behind the eight ball a little bit on some of the things that we've been trying to do. The second half of this year just kicked off. You know, we a month in, 24 days into the second half of the year. And there's a ton of things I know I want to get accomplished. And I know there's a whole bunch of stuff said I want to get accomplished.
Man,
And I think we probably gonna also start kind of curating the content around that, around those things. You know what I mean?
absolutely.
And you know, with goal setting and structuring things and investing and all those type of things, right? Which is basically what we talk about anyway. So we greatly appreciate y'all as always, man. Be sure to check out the website. Be sure to check out the Instagram page. Be sure to, you know, go purchase you a hat. We definitely got some of those still in stock. And without, I was going to say without further ado, but we already done. So y'all know how it go. If you don't do nothing else, keep it
Yeah, yeah.
thorough.
Keep it
We'll holler
thorough.
at y'all next time.
Deuces.
Deuces.